It started with an innocent search for a box of old photos. I never expected to find a leather-bound journal buried beneath dusty Christmas ornaments and forgotten mementos in the attic. The leather was worn and cracked, and the pages yellowed with age, but what caught my eye was the name on the cover, my name. Flipping through the pages, I was greeted by eerie familiarity. Each entry was dated years before I was born, yet chronicled events from my life with unsettling precision. A growing dread settled in my stomach as I realized the pages were counting down to something I hadn't yet experienced. Act 1 of my life was laid bare amongst the scribbles, childhood dreams, teenage heartbreaks, and my college graduation. Each prediction was unnervingly accurate, right down to the inexplicable details that no one could have known. As I read on, the entries grew more ominous, detailing events that hadn't yet come to pass. The journal spoke of shadows that would follow me, of whispers in the night that would become screams. I laughed it off at first, a nervous chuckle echoing in the empty attic. Surely, this was some elaborate prank or a bizarre coincidence. Yet, as time ticked away, reality began mirroring the inked words with terrifying fidelity. I moved into a new apartment, exactly as described, complete with the creaky floorboards and a view of a dilapidated church next door. I met the stranger on the corner just like the journal had said, his warning words about the coming darkness still haunting me. I could no longer dismiss the journal as mere fiction. It felt like a sinister blueprint of my life, pushing me towards an inevitable conclusion. The final entry loomed nearer, a date circled in red ink. It spoke of a night when the air would turn to ice and the church bells would ring without end. On that night, I would stand alone, the shadows reaching for me, their whispers finally clear, a fate sealed long before my first breath. As the clock struck midnight, the bells began their relentless toll. My heart pounded in time with their haunting chime, the journal's prophecy unfolding with each echoing note. I realized then that the horrifying fate wasn't a warning, it was a promise, one I was powerless to escape.